Yes, the educational reformer, E.D. Hirsch. Hirsch is still active today in our world of educational reform. His philosophies were really born out of the events of the 1950s, 60s, 70s, and 80s, looking at civil rights reform, major international conflicts, and then really the writing of a Nation at Risk report commissioned by the Reagan administration launched a lot of Hirsch's very dominant philosophies of education. Address some of the very strong wording of A Nation at Risk, which targeted the educational realm as the reason why America was failing to perform on the international stage. Hirsch wanted to find a way to encourage education in America without necessarily targeting educators as being the decline for student achievement. The curriculum and a set of core cultural knowledge claims really were the reason why American students were struggling with their literacy and student achievement. Hirsch strongly opposed the progressive mindset of education, which focused more on a learner-centered type of philosophy. Hirsch felt that this learner-centered philosophy detracted from the curriculum needs, which would really transmit information to students in order to help them gain literacy and achievement. Indicated that the progressive mindset really failed to include relevant cultural knowledge. Hirsch published a text called Cultural Literacy, as well as The Schools We Need Today and Why We Don't Have Them, which really drilled down into the heart of his philosophy, which was that we needed this common cultural knowledge in order to provide students with the background information that they needed to understand texts and other pieces of curriculum materials that were being used in classrooms. Hirsch indicated that students with lower socioeconomic backgrounds or our social discrepancies and minorities struggled to engage with the publishers of materials because they didn't possess the common cultural knowledge needed in order to comprehend. The goal of education was to reduce social discrepancies and to close the equality gap between different minority populations. Students who had access to what he determined as this cultural literacy or shared cultural histories would be better able to engage in democracy and to participate on the global stage. To Hirsch's philosophies really lies in his common cultural history. Hirsch advocated for this shared history to come from the majority population, which would be white Americans. A lot of opposition to Hirsch stems from, well, how do we determine who is culturally significant? As a result of a lot of Hirsch's philosophies, we do see that movement towards the common curriculum, which is prevalent in most of our states today. And the common curriculum has definitely helped to reduce some of the achievement gaps that we see within our country, mainly because students now have access to a common expectation for learning. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean a common cultural history, just common approaches to knowledge. Will always have opposition to his philosophies, simply due to the lack of acknowledgement and inclusion of social and learner diversities, as well as research to support some of his theories. However, there is no doubt that Hirsch has also positively impacted educational reform here in America through his advocacy of a common curriculum for learners.